The Santa Barbara community has a deep respect for water, from caring for our creeks and ocean to conserving our drinking supply. In our first story, City TV continues its ongoing series on the water system, from the process to the people who maintain it. Most residents likely know that the Cater Water Treatment Plant plays a critical role in their ability to turn on a faucet or spigot and have clean water come out. But there is a critical link probably left unconsidered. How does that treated water get from Cater to their homes, work, or even a public water fountain?
It's a really complex system. The water is released from Cater, it travels through transmission mains into our looped grid system, which is the neighborhoods and all the streets where it's then delivered to your house. And it also serves fire hydrants and fire protection.
To make a system that can handle that variety of needs is no simple task. The major components of Santa Barbara's distribution system includes reservoirs, pumping stations, pressure-reducing stations, pipelines, valves, fire hydrants, and water meters. To get from the Cater treatment plant to fire hydrants and faucets alike, water travels through two stages. The first stage transports water from the treatment plant to central locations for distribution.
Once it leaves Cater, it is gravity fed and pumped to the reservoirs and pump stations. I work on the pump station and reservoir side, so what we do is we ensure that we have adequate levels of potable water in the system and our pressures are within normal range.
Santa Barbara's topography makes that distribution process complex due to major changes in elevation in a relatively small area.
Our elevations range from sea level to 1,400 feet, and so you need to reduce the pressure in order to not have any water main breaks. We have 18 different pressure zones that supply a minimum and maximum pressure to the service area.
That's where the city's 12 water pumping stations come into play. They supply water to reservoirs and service areas above the 492-foot elevation. And what's so special about 492 feet? That's the elevation of the Cater Water Treatment Plant. So for any water needs above that elevation, the city uses pump stations to supply water to reservoirs, ready to deliver potable water to residents, businesses, and for fire protection. These multifaceted needs are one reason Santa Barbara's water distribution system has the highest complexity rating there is.
We have a very complex water system that includes over 300 miles of pipeline. Our pressure range is between 30 and 300 psi, and we have over 26,000 active connections. Our D5 rating is based on complexity of the system, the 18 different pressure zones, the number of pumps and motors that are above 50 horsepower.
Once the water gets to the necessary point for delivery, storing that water becomes an important part of the city's water distribution infrastructure. To keep things flowing, the city operates 13 reservoirs with a combined storage capacity of 43 million gallons of treated drinking water. But it's not only residents and businesses that depend on the city's municipal water supply. Also included in the storage system is the water used to fight fires.
We have formed a close relationship with the fire department. We work hand in hand to ensure that we have adequate fire flow for fire protection.
Well, we ensure that the water is supplied at adequate fire protection levels and so you have adequate pressure at your house.
Not only does the city maintain service to 2,500 fire hydrants, it also provides fire protection lines to businesses in need of complying with city safety ordinances.
So what we have right here is we're doing a fire line tap. We've got this fire line T assembly and a valve attached to it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take the fire line tapping machine. We're going to attach to this isolation valve here. We're going to tap the water main, drill into it. We're going to extract that piece of pipe along with the tapping machine, shut the valve, at which point this fire line will be ready to go. It'll have to go through a series of tests for pressure, for back tees, which is a estate health to ensure cleanliness, and for backflow prevention also. Once it's all done, we'll come back, we'll turn it on, we'll flush the line out, and the building will have fire protection.
Jobs like this, although highly necessary and technical, are everyday work for city water distribution workers.
We planned this week, so this is just a regular day. This is what we do most of the time. And a lot of them are fire hydrants and fire line hot taps. You know, this happens regularly, so it's nothing out of the usual.
Now that we know where the water goes once it leaves Cater, how it gets there, and where it's stored, there's one important step left in the water distribution process: getting it to your home or business.
Where my group takes over is once the water is into the main looped grid, and that's where we make sure the water gets to your house.
To do that, water travels through more than 320 miles of water pipes that lead to over 26,000 water meters.
On most streets, there's water mains which service water to your house. When you turn on your shower in the morning, we're the people who are providing that service to you.
From refilling your pet's water bowl to washing your dishes, watering your plants to running a restaurant, our community needs a safe, dependable water supply. It's a task that is as constant and varied as the needs fulfilled.
We have a tremendous workload, and it's a tremendous responsibility just to keep it all functioning properly, ensuring that the customer gets quality, safe drinking water provided at pressures that will serve for daily use and fire protection.
For the city's water distribution workers, it's more than an 8-to-5 job. It's a lifestyle.
If there is a emergency, we can get called out at any time of the day or night. Doesn't matter if it's a holiday, a weekend, and we respond to take care of the problem.
We're 24 hours a day ready to respond to the needs of the community. I think most of the people in our work group are very passionate about what they do in serving water. You have to be ready to respond if it's 2 in the morning or if it's 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday. So you really embrace the job when you take it on.
To find out more about the variety of ways the city ensures clean water flows out of your tap every day, or on how to conserve this precious commodity, visit santabarbaraca.gov/water.